how Vols are helping a good cause by dancing their way into our hearts, and a Mardi Gras celebration without having to visit New Orleans. Hello and welcome. I'm Lily Van Allsburg, and this is TVC News. International student numbers are continuously climbing, and the Fulbright program provides students with an opportunity to learn the ropes of college life abroad. The journey for each student is unique and different. Graduate student Daniel Hahofa shares his experience with us.
By how much students do here. Because like back home, I know I had a lot of classmates that were literally just going to college and did their degree and all that. But here, at least like in journalism, everyone is doing like this student media, this club, this job on the side, trying to get this package done, and everyone's doing like so much every day. And I'm fascinated how people like balance that workload, still have a life on the side, as weird as it sounds. I just like people do so much stuff here, and like the practical aspect is amazing here, and like the resources. Like as I said, like my old school was like the size of the CCI building, and now I'm on a campus with like 20 buildings that size and stuff like that. It's fascinating. It's just a different approach, and it probably helps you more. That's why I'm here. Like I want to be in sports media, and I feel like I can learn like I can learn stuff here that I couldn't learn in like the academic environment back home.
For the 7th year in a row, the University of Tennessee has been recognized as a Fulbright producing institution. This year, 12 students and recent graduates received Fulbright scholarships, joining a program that has supported over 400,000 participants in global exchange and cultural understanding. Learn more at eca.state.gov/Fulbright. Every February, the University of Tennessee's largest student-led philanthropy happens on campus. This event is called Vol-a-thon, a dance marathon program that raises money for East Tennessee's Children's Hospital. Our Alexa Durbin spoke with Vol-a-thon's president about how they did this year. What did you learn, Alexa?
Yeah, the Vol-a-thon committee and organizations involved work hard year-round, raising money for children and families in need. At the main event, participants dance and fundraise for 12 hours straight, where the total amount raised is revealed at the end of the day.
One group of students are truly living up to the volunteer creed. They are the members of Vol-a-thon, UT's largest student-led philanthropy, who are dedicated to raising money and awareness for the children of East Tennessee's Children's Hospital.
It's really special being able to see the impact that we've made on our kids and their families. Watching them be able to grow into who they are today, knowing that I played a small part in that is really special.
Isabel Ponder has spent the last 4 years giving her all to the cause, serving as Vol-a-thon's president for her final year.
I was treated at a children's hospital back in Georgia, so being able to be on the other end of that, like I probably wouldn't be in the position that I currently am if not for programs like Dance Marathon supporting that children's hospital. So it's like a little extra special for me just because of like what I've been through.
This year, the event celebrated 30 years of being a dance marathon program. For 12 hours straight, participants hear the stories of miracle kids, compete in fundraising games, and of course, dance. Raising over $2 million since they started, Vol-a-thon brings in organizations all over UT to help.
The smallest gesture or even dollar amount can go a long way and make such a huge impact, and it really just gives us all a new perspective and serves as a reminder that the University of Tennessee and just Knoxville as a whole is a huge community coming together to support a big cause.
This year alone, the event raised over $270,000.
The experience of being part of Vol-a-thon is something that has really gotten special this year. It has become a really tight-knit group of people, a family, and a really welcoming space for anyone that wants to be involved, and I think that'll last past my time as president.
Being a part of the cause and dancing for those who cannot. On UT campus, Alexa Durbin, Vol News.
Over the years, Vol-a-thon's fundraising has helped provide life-saving medical equipment, basic care items for long-term hospital residents, and much more. You too can help the cause and learn more by visiting volthon.org.
Thanks, Alexa. In honor of Mardi Gras, University Honors hosted a game night for all University Honors students to come learn about Mardi Gras, relax, and have fun. New Orleans-style food was provided and a slideshow highlighting the history of the Mardi Gras as well as famous food that is served at the festival played during the event. With the success they saw on Tuesday, University Honors plans to host another Mardi Gras-themed event next year. How men's and women's basketball are looking heading into the tournament play.
Puts it up anyway and scores. Slams it. 2 seconds. Ziegler's going to launch.
And how baseball and softball look heading into their first major tests. It has been a wild week.
If I could be you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
I did not like that, but it'll be better now.
Criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go.
I didn't know that.
Then one day I was adopted.
For the sports
My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on.
Because I went fast, but it was still like
They
playing.
gave me a home and an even better reason to use that
Now I know
suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
When I was in foster care, I never
It has been a
knew
wild world in sports this week. Our Samara Carpenter has more on all the happenings.
Thanks, Lily. There's a lot to cover this week as Tennessee sports finally head home. Over on the court, the Vols had a very successful weekend leading into this week, winning 77-69 against the Aggies and 65-59 against the LSU Tigers. These two hard-fought games put the Vols at a projected 2 seed for the tournament this March. Patrick Falcon from Torch Sports sat down with us to explain what the Vols must do going forward to obtain the win.
So starting off simple, Tennessee is in prime position for the 2 seed. How important is it that they get the 1 seed?
I think it's very important. I think once you get down to the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final 4, those matchups become increasingly easier as a 1 seed. And right now, Tennessee really needs all the advantages we can get. We haven't had the best luck in March. We've never made a Final 4. And I think if we want to make that final push towards it, being the 1 seed would definitely be a big help. The seedings aren't always perfect. So sometimes the difference between those 4, 5, 6 seeds can actually be, instead of just 4 teams, it could be 5, 6, 7, 8 different teams. So I think getting that 1 seed, playing the worst team possible will help us a lot.
What does Tennessee have to do to get that 1 seed?
So we have 3 SEC teams fighting for that 1 seed. I think a big step is this Saturday we need to beat Alabama. And I think then in the SEC tournament, we need to prove that we are better than Alabama and Auburn. That means staying in the tournament longer than them and possibly beating them head-to-head, not losing to one of them, because then that's very easy for the committee or whoever's making the rankings. Give them the edge, give them the slight edge. We're that fifth seed, that number 1, 2 seed instead of that last 1 seed.
What's the worst possible outcome for the Vols in the next 2 weeks?
We'll lose every game. I think the loss to Alabama will be big. I think we'll definitely drop. And then if we drop 1 or 2, we go out early in the SEC tournament, we could see ourselves as low as a 3 or 4 seed, to be honest with you.
How confident are you that the Vols can get that 1 seed?
I'm pretty confident. I think, we've showed our guns against Florida. We've showed we can beat them. I know they've also showed they can beat us, so it'll be a good test if we meet again. But Alabama's got a really tough remaining schedule, and I think that win Saturday, if we beat them, they'll have to play Florida, and then they'll have to go down to Auburn. I don't think they win both those games, and I think that Auburn loss, if they suffer that at the end of the year, can help propel us forward to them, especially if we get hot going in the tournament, which we are right now. Chaslin is playing well, Zakai's been playing well. I think this team's picking up steam at the right time. We're going in the SEC tournament hot. That's prime for 1 seed.
This Saturday, the Vols are back at home and playing arch rival Alabama. With Tennessee ranked at 5 and Alabama at 6, I promise you this is a match no one wants to miss. The Lady Volunteers basketball squad had a rough go against Kentucky last night, falling to the Wildcats in Lexington 82-58. However, they did not go down without a fight. Talasia Cooper putting 25 points on the board, as well as Z Spearman and Alyssa Latham combining for 13 total rebounds. The last regular season task for Coach Caldwell and the team comes on Sunday, March 2nd, when the Georgia Lady Bulldogs come to play in Food City Center. Earlier this week, the Baseballs finished up the opening stretch of their season and took the field where they faced North Alabama in a very close and intense match. I bet you're wondering what the big news is. Junior pitcher A.J. Russell made his long-awaited return after a tough injury last year in the SEC tournament against Vanderbilt. He made his comeback with nothing short of a spectacular beginning. He faced 3 batters and struck out every single one, making his return one to remember. Freshman Tegan Coons made a strong impression as well in his first collegiate appearance, pitching a perfect inning, not allowing a single hit, and striking out an opponent, making his first debut a very big one. It was just one of the many great moments on the diamond for the Vols. Ryan Kraska closed out the game with a strikeout, sealing a thrilling 7-5 victory over North Alabama. Now the Vols are looking to keep that same momentum going tonight in Houston at the Astros Arena, where they'll take on number 16 Oklahoma State at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Staying on the diamond, the Lady Vols softball team had their home opener this past Wednesday against Radford. It wasn't until the 3rd and 4th innings that the Lady Vols found their rhythm, scoring 9 runs off 8 hits, including 2 quick home runs from both Sophie Nugent and Taylor Pinnell. The Lady Vols closed out the game with a 10-1 victory over Radford. They'll be back at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium tonight at 3 p.m. Eastern to face Delaware State. That's all for Rocky Top Sports Report. Thank you, and back to you, Lily.
Thanks, Samara. The scholarship application deadline is coming up fast. Vols, stay tuned to see when you have those applications in. Recently, students from the Haslam College of Business and the Tickle College of Engineering became the
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect.
This is so bad.
But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
We are the Tennessee Volunteers. People who create connections, push boundaries, do the research that changes lives. We've got world-class academics and championship athletics. To be the best, you gotta learn from the best. And if you wanna lead, you gotta light the way. We've got what it takes. It takes a volunteer.
A few students recently went to Vegas for a unique competition. Recently, students from the Haslam College of Business and the Tickle College of Engineering became national championships in the Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge. Our Steve Susans caught up with these students who excel at Excel.
Last December, students from the University of Tennessee competed for the very first time in the Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge in the bright lights of Las Vegas, Nevada. The competition pits teams from 75 universities, both here and abroad, testing their abilities to navigate complex Excel scenarios using various cells and formulas to meet the goals of the challenge. The atmosphere of the event was festive, but proved to be intense for the volunteers who were there competing, according to finance major Sarah Chandler.
And they had, I don't know, walking
Sorry,
in
that was
and
so
having everything
bad.
set up. It was like a ticketed event. Some people were there. There was a whole crowd. And so it definitely brought the nerves up, but also brought the excitement and a competitive atmosphere. So.
From the 11 students that made the trip for the event, it came down to 3 UT students in the finals, Sarah Chandler, Beckett Anderson, and Ben Northern. The final round saw much more complex scenarios, and the intensity grew for the 3 finalists.
Yeah, it got really intense. Especially for the finals.
So sometimes they can make cases that are doable, but nearly impossible to get done in 30 minutes.
But all that work was worth it when they heard this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an upset by 20 points. University of Tennessee!
As reigning national champions for the Excel event, preparations are getting underway to defend the title, according to Professor Eric Kelly from the Haslam College of Business, who was one of the mentors for the group.
So next year, it's going to be completely new students. And so they're gradually just kind of training up the next generation, working with them, and bringing them into the fold. So it's really, really exciting.
Reporting from the campus of the University of Tennessee, I'm Steve Susans for TVC News.
We wish them the best of luck defending the national championship this year. The University of Tennessee's undergraduate transfer and continuing scholarship applications are due March 1st for current students. By completing this application, students will be qualified for a number of university-sponsored scholarships ranging in monetary value from a few hundred to a few $1,000s for the next academic year. That's all I have for you today. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at TVC News Now for more live updates.